Hello, fellow gamers. Jim here, yet again, with what I think is the 10th video I've made about Celeste. Strawberry jam, which is fun. I didn't know if I'd make it this far. Right. Anyway, not only have we got to the 10th video, but we're about to play the 8th map. No, 9th? I don't know. I can't count. Right. Troposphere is our next target, and I am excited about this one. This one's good fun, especially if you like dream blocks. And who doesn't like a dream block, eh? Now, it's a bit tricky to get to from memory, so I think the easiest way, if we come here, so we can see our map again continuing to fill out, which you love to see. 8 out of 21 hearts collected, which means this is our 9th. Our 9th. I don't know what you call it. Map. Right, yeah, so we jumped to the one. What's this one called? Sorry, I need to know. We jumped to Bamboo Forest, and from there we come down and 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 down through the water. Ooh, look at this lovely aquatic plant life we've got going on here. Yeah, we get to explore the water a bit later, don't worry. So that'll be fun. But we come to the Troposphere, and I'm excited. Troposphere by Eclipse. That's interesting. Eclipse spelt normally. That will be relevant. Gameplay polish by Bissy. Code from Jar the Player. Music by Catapillie. Catapillie has popped up a few times now. Sticker by Fionway. Again, I think this may be one. Fionway's definitely not first time I've said Fionway, because I like the word Fionway. Playtesting by Buff Zucchini, Meta Forever, Moose Moose, and Real Hojo, with the help from Captain Bissy. Let's go! So this music is quite interesting. It starts off quite slowly and it builds up, but it never really kind of, I don't know, overstays its welcome isn't the right word. But anyway, jump and a bunch of number pads. So what this is telling you, this does a much better job of telling you to dream jump than Forest Path. If you remember the Forest Path videos, go back and have a watch if you've forgotten or haven't seen it. But it just said jump, and it only gave you the jump button. This is telling you to jump, dash, no, go right, dash, and jump. So you can see my binds there, numpad 2 and 1. And you can see we've got some lovely dream block gameplay here. And not only dream block gameplay, but let me introduce to you the double dash dream block, which I think is what it's called. I think they patched this to make it more obvious that this was a special dream block. So it's got a little pink glow, it's got the 2 dash icon top left, and obviously it's actually saying double dash crystal to you. So let's have a quick look, and we've got Badlin up there waiting for us, and it seems we're on an alternative version of the summit, which is nice. Anything down here? No? Okay. Let us be about it then. So, yeah, the gimmick here with these, if you dash through them, you get a double dash crystal effectively on your way through. So when you exit the block, we have 2 dashes, which you love to see, which lets us get up here, up these clouds, and over to Badlin. And so the level begins properly. So the silver berries, you may have noticed this, the silver berries, like the gold berries from the OG game, are not always right at the start of the level, but are actually at the start of where the level really begins, if you like. So you can skip any intro bit. If you keep dying on the silver, you get sent back. You don't want to keep having to do a little intro screen. Right, I don't remember anything from that bino. We're just going to go. And yeah, this is the gameplay of this map. So we get lots of... whoops, I missed the double dash crystal. Lots of dream blocks, lots of dream jumps. So you've got to remember how to dream jump out of dream blocks, which was taught to you in the gym, if it's been a while. So this is 2B tech, if you like. So this is interesting, isn't it, actually? The yellow difficulty beginner maps are already B-side equivalent from the base game, and yeah, and you'll see the difficulty in this mod pack escalates quickly. So we very quickly get out of base Celeste difficulty, which for some people who found Celeste pretty hard, that is a daunting prospect. But don't worry, we will do it together. Okay. Yes, and we've got to make sure we pick up Badlin. Believe me, I died there deliberately to show that you sometimes do get checkpoints through these mazes, which is nice because some of these screens can be quite long. And if you jump off that, the checkpoint, yes, you get this little checkpoint platform, which is great. As soon as you leave it, it disappears, so just be ready. And what you can do here, if we jump, we get Badlin back again. So we can dash up, recollect that double dash crystal, get a few dashes up there, and Badlin will take us to the next screen. Yeah. Oh man, I love dream blocks. I still think they're the best sort of gimmicky thing in the base game. Maybe jellyfish were good. I really enjoy the jellyfish from Farewell. Cool, right, so this is a bit interesting. So we've got a few double dash dream blocks, quite a long room. But how do we start? Because if you go in here, what's the point? There's nothing here. Well, the secret is, if we do this, it gives us a double dash, so we can then climb up and use it to get over here. And then you just need to be careful with your double dashes here. Make sure you jump out of the blocks that you're supposed to. Jump! Yeah, so you get a very big leeway. You get a big lenience for doing dream jumps, which is nice. I think because it's 4 frames after you leave the dream block, but you can also buffer the jump before you leave the dream block. So I think you have like 8 frames or something like that, which doesn't sound like too much, but a frame is like what, 0.08 of a second, I think. So you have like half a second with which to, I think you have 0.64. I don't know, it's something like that. I'm not a proper Celeste nerd, I'm afraid. I'm just pretending to be. Right. Yeah, so this level is good. Okay, I enjoy dream blocks. I think what they do with them, with the double crystal, is fun. It is very samey. Once you've done 1 or 2 screens, you've kind of done it all. This is good though, so this requires you to do a very quick dash out of the bottom of that block, and that gives you a double crystal. That one you need to dash down immediately. So there are quirks and differences, but it is quite samey. So I doubt this is too high up the tier list for many people, even though it's fun, right? Because dream blocks are fun, but it's kind of, like, I quite like that. What they do here, where you dash, where you dash in and out to get a jump like that. I think that's quite neat, and the geometry of some of these is fun. But yeah, like, oh god, okay. Well, I thought that was the end of the screen. It was not. I'm not saying this is easy. I don't mean to be writing it off. I'm quite used to this style of gameplay, so I'm not finding it too bad. But, dream blocks. Dream blocks go hard, but they don't go that far, maybe is the way to say it. Right, this one you just need to be careful, because if you come out here, it's quite easy to just die. But you get a dream crystal, double crystal. So this is an interesting thing. So here, Badlin sends us up, but we don't want to go up because we need to collect all the Badlin orbs in order. So we need to grab that one before we can grab this one. So yeah, you do need to grab them all. Unlike, I want to say, Farewell has a few examples of this with multiple Badlin orbs on the screen. In Farewell, you don't need to get them all. If you can skip one, Badlin will just jump herself to the next orb. But in this map, you do actually need to grab them all. And you need to grab them all in order. Ah! Strawberry! Hello. Hello, berry friend. Right, let's keep an eye on how to get this. Clearly, we just dash without all the spikes, right? No, we don't do that. Some people do. Not me. Right, go down here, we get a double crystal out of this. We can land safely where there are no spikes, so, you know, feel free to take a break. Just careful of this, you've got to quite quickly dash out there. Okay, now, pause. Once you come through here, you can grab on the other side, or you can just dash back. You don't need to grab. But if we do this, let's try that again. If we do this, jump out, dash up, and we can come along this route, which is quite cute. You can actually, if you die here, you get a checkpoint. And from this checkpoint, you can actually just directly come up here. But if you want to do this without dying, the way is to go back through there and use your double crystal like that. Ah! Okay, come on. Come on! Alright. And you can climb all the way over here, and we come to this little secret area with a cute tree. This tree's doing quite well, but the bench and the fire hydrant next to it are a bit covered up. Ooh, I wonder who's in here. What's in this snowdrift? I hope that isn't a person. Maybe it's Theo. And we can grab... Ooh, I didn't actually... Well, that was rude. The berry kills you. So we can grab our one and only berry from this map. And then we can continue as we're supposed to. Grab this feather. Yeah, I was saying before, I used to play on controller, and I moved to keyboard recently. Largely, I think it makes difficult inputs easier. But not feathers. feathers on a joystick are a joy. Excuse the pun. Whereas feathers on a keyboard are pain. And that, my friends, is the end of the level. But before we head on up, we need to pet the cat. Yeah, so this is one of the few levels that has got a cat to pet, if you like, in the level itself. So I mentioned there are a couple in the lobby. There's also this one in the level. And then, if we go up here, nice slow dream block, we come to the end of the level. But some of you astute viewers may also have noticed we've got a gap we can come through here. Trans rights, baby. So that's nice. Now we can't get Heart Ultra here because if we try, we die. Let's see if I can, let me actually demonstrate that. Boom! So sadly, we just have to collect it as such. Hooray! Yeah, I enjoyed that level. It's a bit it's not basic, it's samey, I guess is the way to talk about it. But it was good fun. Well, let me talk about it in my usual, very structured, coherent way with my lovely results screen. Yeah, so dream blocks are fantastic. The double dash dream blocks, I don't know what to call them. Double crystal dream blocks, double dream blocks, whatever you want to call them. They were a nice custom entity. They were well implemented in the map as well, which is good. I like the fact that you got some checkpoints when you died through the mazes, so you could actually respawn just on a little mini platform. And yeah, I mean, dream blocks are just good fun, aren't they? Let's be real. It did get a bit samey. I think I was able to get through that level quite quick, even though I was chatting and I died a couple of times. If you burn through it, it's a like 2-minute level, and that's fine. The first time you play through it, it does feel like a bit of a trek by the end, a bit of a slog, because it's just the same thing over and over. Even if you like dream blocks, and as I say, most people do. Berries, ugh, one berry, ugh, very stingy on the berry front there. But, well, for one thing, the berry collection was cool, because you saw it on your way through, you ignored it, and then you had to come back with a double crystal. You know, you had to think outside the box a little bit. So that was really nice. So I like the collection and the fact that you saw it along the route. I think I mentioned this a while back. There are many berries in this mod that are put into a little side room. So you find the entrance to the room, there's the berry, beat the berry room, you get teleported back to start, which is fine, no problem. But I do have a little soft spot for those berries that you find along the way. And not only did we get a berry, which, you know, as I say, one berry is not the most berries. We also had a petable cat, which, come on, who doesn't love a petable cat? And we had a trans flag at the end as well, which we love to see. So, yeah, one berry, two secrets. More secrets than berries. That's probably the only map. Ah, no, that's not true. There are other maps. But there are not very many maps. And then fun and difficulty. So it's not difficult if you like. If you're used to dream jumps, you get used to the double dash crystals. It's very easy to die. The mazes are quite tight, but you know you can get used to it quite quickly. So not that difficult. Certainly not as difficult as the map that I just played. And then fun. It was fine. It was fine. I love dream blocks. So the fact that I'm saying it was only fine is a bit of a disappointment to me because, you know, maybe there's just too many dream blocks. It's too much of a good thing. So yeah, had a good time. Thank you very much for the level, everybody. My opinion is obviously just that, an opinion. So let us now head on back to the journal, which I feel like... Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Yes. I was going to say, I don't think we have to go all the way back up the top to get to a journal. Yes, there is a journal floating here. No bench to go along with this journal, but that's fine. So, we can see the lovely sticker there. We've got a hearted moon with... Oh, I suppose that's Badalin and Madeline orbiting it. So that's cute. And the outline is a bit more custom than the others, so it's got a few stars in there. Very nice. Yeah, good sticker. And again, I'm sure it's roughly where it is supposed to be in the lobby. And then let's have a look at our stats. So the one berry, which is, as I say, totally fine. But give me more. Was it really only one? The first level gave me 4 berries, and since then it's just been a drought. 18 deaths, it's fair enough, and then about 10 minutes in the map. Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Absolutely would recommend. Just don't replay it over and over and over again. I guess is my point. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.